Alright guys, so today I want to go over with you 3 good exercises for hyperextension in the low back. So typically when people come in and they have pain right at the base of their spine, so it's not radiating, just more pain and tension. Typically this happens when you're standing for a long time, the low back kind of tightens up. And it's a postural issue where you get too much curve in your low back, and we call it lower cross syndrome. And there's 3 of my favorite exercises for this. It involves the pelvic tilt, which we're going to kind of go over. And then we're going to go into some dynamic movements. So the whole idea with these exercises, all these exercises, kind of like Pilates, and that we want your pelvis not to be rocked up, so we got a lot of curve back here. We want to rock the pelvis back so it's flat onto the ground. And the way you do that is you're going to squeeze your abs. You're going to use your abs to pull these hip bones that way, not forward, to flatten that out. You'll know you're doing it right when your back's flat on the wall, on the floor. And then the first one that's real basic that I like is the dead bug. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise both legs up into that flat tabletop position. You're going to raise your arms up like this, so just like a dead bug. And then keeping that core tight and keeping that back flat, you're going to lower one leg and lower the opposite arm, like that. The big key with this is not to lose that curve, that flat back, okay? So if you go down here and you feel your back going up, you're missing the point of the entire exercise. And then what you do is you just kind of cycle back and forth. So it's not really an arm or a leg exercise, it's definitely the core, like that. And you just kind of do though, you can do until you start to tire out. Like that. Okay? The next one I like is basically the dead bug, but we just flip ourselves upside down. So then we're going to do the bird dog. The big key with the bird dog is you're going to make sure your knees are right underneath your hips, your hands are right underneath your shoulders, and we're going to do the same motion like this, but there's a couple things we want to pay attention to. Number one, same idea, we want that back to be fairly flat. So we don't want to be too sagged this way, we don't want to be too rounded, just kind of find that middle point. I always tell people, imagine that you have a cup of coffee on your back and you don't want to lose it, so you keep it nice and flat. And you got to keep that locked in the whole exercise. The other good thing to kind of pay attention to is try to find a line on the floor that you're going to keep yourself lined up with. A lot of people when they do this exercise, they'll lean onto that hand. We want to keep you right on your center line here. And when you do it, the big thing we want to avoid is if you look at my back hip, people will go way high and you see what happens to my lower back. We get into that bad curve, that extension again. So if in doubt, we want to just kick straight back, or if you feel like you're doing it already, you can even go below level. But none of that stuff like that. Okay? Alright, that was the dead bug and the bird dog.